you hear people say, you will hear people say men can't be monogamous. Right? That's just not how they were designed.
I have someone that firmly believes that.
Why do they believe that?
I don't know. I think it's the dumbest thing. Every time they tell it to me.
So
But
when I hear
their
it,
reasoning is men weren't put here to be with one.
so
I love
one
hearing
woman.
when people say
So
that. I'm like,
when I hear that, first thing, and I'm a man, 51 years old, it's a cop out.
Yeah.
agreed.
It is an easy excuse to get away from a discussion.
Mhm.
Men aren't supposed to be monogamous. Okay, then women aren't either.
Exactly.
And as soon as you throw that out there, half of them don't want to talk about it.
Because now, no, women shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, because
What's
it's like,
the
well, who are we supposed to be with?
Because-
If men ain't
Exactly.
monogamous.
And who put this rule up that men aren't supposed to be monogamous, but women are? So who are you? What makes you more
The
superior
man
to
is
where you
fucking the
can-
man.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
So
Like time out.
So what I'm gonna tell you,
Damn near you.
what we will not do is we will not. I've seen this recently a lot, and it has become the standard answer for questions that women cannot explain. When there's an answer they can't explain,
Men are sassy or that they gay.
they come with the,
I'm just saying,
they come with the
logically,
game.
that only makes sense if we are monogamous beings
Mhm.
and y'all are not.
Y'all gotta be fucking each other.
No.
That's
No.
our life won't
So
go
come
on.
on.
Because they could just be fucking every bitch they see.
So what I'm saying is, when a man says, I'm not supposed to be monogamous, but you are, right? He's saying you're supposed to choose me. I'm the only, but any woman I find attractive and I decide I want to, that for lack of a better, I want to knock her down. I want to hit that. If she ain't got a man, or if she do, it's fair game.
Right.
Like, that's the thing that women say, that what you said. If they telling the women to be monogamous, all women ain't gonna be monogamous.
Yeah.
The secret that most people don't realize, women could rule the world.
And do.
And they do.
Beyonce said it. Hello.
They do to a certain extent, but if women would stick together, that's where they mess up. If every woman set a standard for a man and held right there, so many of these little problems we see will go away. Got a problem with guys sagging? It sounds like prehistoric, but it's so true. If women stop fucking them,
They should. I think it's
if
disgusting.
women say
That's when somebody say sagging with a belt is crazy.
It's
because
if women said we ain't having sex no more with guys that sag, watch how many men pull their pants up.
yeah, I agree.
That's true.
If women said we ain't having sex until they figure this shit out in Israel, watch how quick they figure this
Don't be
shit.
going to war. Let's go.
problem.
They don't be
Yeah,
catching
yeah.
all kind of flights. We going over here. We trying to see what's going on.
But you always have those few who will be like, shit, I don't care if his pants sagging.
It ain't a few. It's a
It
lot.
could be like, it could be too how your upbringing is, and you may be
But what
around
do you
where
not? You don't like that. You just saw it every day, and it was something that you.
yeah.
But but the thing is, I think that there are some women who find it attractive. They may not admit it.
They might.
The same way men we don't particularly care about the lashes and shit. Y'all do that for other women. Ain't got shit to do with us.
Some men told me that too.
That's
They said
true.
that they said BBLs are not for men. They do that to compete with other women.
I feel like 90% of what women do to themselves is to compete with other women. Not
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say
Like,
y'all
they-
can say it because y'all are women.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
the word compete. I will say that it is something for other women to notice.
Yeah,
like to impress, you think?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to impress them, because I've never heard, like, I always use this analogy. I've never been around a group of men after some women leave and we have our conversation, our man conversation. I've never had a man come up and say, man, did you see the eyelashes on her?
That's so
Yeah.
Like
But like makeup in general, it's like
you would
but-
never hear a man say, man, her face.
but they look
deep.
at fat asses, so that's why.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. A man will look But the one thing that is kind of a toss up. Yes, a man gonna look at a fat ass, but he ain't gonna turn away the flat ass chick either.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's almost like I used to say this when I would go out with my homeboys because they would be naturally ripped and shit. I say, y'all got a 5-minute head start on me with any woman. Cause y'all physically appealing, she gonna talk to you. Right. But once you open your mouth,
That first impression.
that's when cause conversation rule the nation. And if she give me conversation, it's a wrap. But y'all walk in looking good, go ahead. But when it comes time to talk, it's over. So it's almost the same thing. If a woman walk in here with a fat ass BBL, I don't want to say Kim Kardashian or somebody with a nice one, Cardi. If Cardi walked in here, she gonna get the attention, but there's other areas where she might be lacking. Yes, I'm gonna look. That don't mean I want one, because I would be the first one to say, I don't want a woman with a BBL. It's good to look at. Same thing with a Bentley. It's nice to look at, but I don't want to pay that car note. So it's great to look at, but I don't want that for my main. Nah, I'm good.
So what makes you think why do men choose to cheat with those type of women?
Or
Because they don't think long term.
So
these women on
you're
a
asking,
pedestal.
Because they also put these type of women on the pedestal, and then they try to make it seem like women
So
are
you're talking
crazy.
about two different types of people, right? Because if a man is choosing a woman because she has a BBL or because she's super fine or whatever, he's not yet a man. He's still talking about a boy because he choosing her just off the physical. He don't know shit about her. Do she work? Is she gonna try to live off of him? It's the rappers, the influencers. They still post these kind of women in their video. So our nature has always been we want what they got.
Yeah.
You want that lady that looked like she could dance in a music video. You might not want to be in a relationship with her. You want to smash and you want her to just be on candy. She might suck as a girlfriend. But some guys that they want that because I want it because I know it's 20 other guys that tried to holler at her. Same reason why guys mess with strippers. And if anybody's a former stripper and it ain't nothing against you, it ain't the fact that they want her. They want something that 100 other people were just throwing money at. And if they can get that and put that in their mental resume of saying, yeah, I hit a stripper.
It makes them feel good ego.
Stroke it. It pumps that ego up and they like, yeah, she go to work every night. It be 300 dudes in there throwing money at her, but I hit.
They might look at it as like she's gonna take care of me.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna do too much.
Most men don't look at it from that angle. That's like a byproduct of if you find a woman that'll pay, it's a nice addition. But most men aren't looking at that. It's like it's a byproduct. Now, if you hear from somebody, hey, she pay like she weigh or she pay, that's what you go after her for, right? But even that's a game because you can't go in asking. Yeah. So you got to go in convincing her that buying you all the shit was her idea.
Master manipulator.
That's enough game for today.
But I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. And you had said something earlier. You were like, men, like the numbers are like misconstrued because a lot of men won't admit to being cheated on. And like my whole relationship, being in relationships, I've always thought a woman stays or is more likely to stay and a man like would never stay because of their pride. But then I like did some research and it's true. Men do stay just as much as women do, but they're less likely to talk about it.
Oh, for sure.
And then it said to like couples who just kind of sweep it under the rug and they're like, okay, or you cheated, cool. You apologize, we're done. Let's not talk about it anymore. Like they're more likely if they're married to get a divorce or if they're not married to split than couples who just like kind of talk about it and sit in that hurt and
Because then you can sit in that hurt and get it over with and kind of like address the monkey or the elephant in the room, excuse me. But if like you don't say anything, then you're having to deal with that constant animosity built up towards them. If like
Yes.
they do something small and you just want to blow up, you never
Mhm.
address the real issue.
Yes.
But I say
So-
most men only leave when they've been cheated on if people know about it. And
100%.
when I
That's what
say
I think.
people, I mean like their close friends.
Because then they're
I mean,
embarrassed.
from what
and it's a
I've
pride
witnessed,
thing.
that's
Agreed.
the only time I've seen like a man. Because I have friends. I have friends who that's what they do. That like I'm. They call me the I don't do shit because I'm not a. That was the time I talked about cheating. That's the only time I talked about it because I've only done it that one time because I feel like I don't want to do that to anyone and I don't want anyone doing that to me.
Yeah.
But I have friends that's what they do and they don't give a damn. They be like, shit, I'm not married. I can't do what I want to do. And they have steady men in their life. And these men, they find out about it, but they stay. And that's because they're in areas now, they've moved to where people don't know them there. And so they don't really have any friends that can know. But I know if they was in the Texas area and they found like they would be like, hell no.
Do these people have like consistent like you have a one main boyfriend and you're cheating, or is it like you're just
Yeah,
constantly
they have
with different
one
people?
person. They live together and they
Oh,
just
that's
cheat because
crazy.
they feel like I'm not married. We together and yeah, we live here together. But that's it. We
That's
just in this
crazy.
relationship. We're not married, and that's the Bible doesn't consider us as a relationship. It's how they live, and so they cheat, and so their men don't leave. Their men they don't
Tell
leave.
us what you need to say.
And so I don't know. I think that's why I said from my experience, I only feel like they only leave if they feel like they're gonna be embarrassed.
So
And I think that's all men, in all honesty.
there's one thing that has been recurring through everything we've talked about. And the same thing will make a bad relationship seem good if you have communication. That's
Mhm.
all it is.
Mhm.
Like if I came to a woman and said, look, we can't live by ourselves. I can put up with your shit better than I can put up with somebody I don't know. So let's just stay in this relationship. But I'm gonna do my dirt and you do, because I had this discussion not long ago and I don't understand it. I never prescribe to it and I don't see how people do it. It's I don't care what you do out there as long as it don't come back to me.
I would
Yeah, I don't have that kind of attitude. I
either,
care
but-
because what you
The
do out
way
there is more embarrassing.
Come back to you though.
But-
Like,
But there are a lot of people, and I heard that a lot growing up, that the women, and most of the time it's the women, I never heard a guy say it, but they have that attitude of, girl, because I've heard women say this